Welcome back. So previously we were speaking about how to generate reports from a query and we've successfully done that. And now we're going to be talking about, or we'll be demonstrating how to add a user, log in as that new user, and remove that user. So we'll be covering user management in this topic, in this session. So let's get started. So currently we're on the Apex web page and on the main page, and you can see the user, my user, and that. So what we're going to do in order to get into our administrations panel that we'll be using to manage our users, we're going to click this button up here and click administration. And here in the we can see the administration console, and we see everything that's accessible from the administration, or for, as an administrator user, I should say. So what we're going to do, we're going to click manage users and groups. And here you can see all the different tabs, and what we want to do today is create a new user. So we're going to click this. There's also the option to create multiple users, but I'm only demonstrating right now how to create one user, and we'll be using that user to access the app that we built. So what we're going to do is create user. So here you can see the different settings that you can choose or configure for this new user. So the minimum requirements will be the username and email address and also password. We don't have to have anything else there, so we're just gonna have it set as that. So the username, we'll just have it as 123, and the email address, let's set that as 12345@1.com. The username will be, the first name will be 1 and the last name will be 1 and 1. So that's it, simple and minimalist. So the password, we'll set the password now as 1234567 as because as it's you know, the requirements for this site is that each password, all passwords should have at least 8 characters within it. It doesn't care about password complexity, but it only wants at least 8 characters. So I'm just setting a minimum of 8 characters. So we have 123 all the way up to 8. So, and this requirement here after password, so this means that it will prompt the user on login, on their first login, to change their password. And this is for security reasons, so that no one else has their password. Even the administrator who set their password for them won't know the password after they change it after the first login. So because we won't be requiring this, we'll just turn this off for now. So let's create the user and get started. Just now I've set, let me go back to the user since it's been created already. So the user now is being set up as an end user, meaning it does not have any privileges within the system. It doesn't even have access to this entire database. So if we go here and log in as this user, if we go out, sign out and try to log in as that user within this database, they wouldn't have access to it. It would just lock them out. They wouldn't be able to do anything. So let's go back to where we was before. So I've show you. So I've shown you the. Wait, my bad. So go back to the administration panel and manage users and groups. So there we go. We have this user and we have this email. So what we're gonna do, we copy that email, and so we know what it is, and then we're gonna go to the app builder. For this way, this is how we're gonna be adding this user to the app. So we're gonna see how the app runs and how the user, and we're going to set user permissions for this user. So here you can see that I've tried it before and it does work. So let me just log in as an administrator account. Okay. And then as an administrator, I will go to the administrations tab, and I'll be basically, we're going to be doing almost the same exact thing that we did on the previous page to add a user. We're doing the same thing here, but we're just adding the same stuff. So as you can see, I've done this before and there's more users here. So what I'll do, I'll delete these users. So this part can come under the fact I will be showing you how to delete a user later. This is a way that you delete users from within the app itself. So after this, I'll be showing you how to delete users from the database. So now we're going to click add a user, and we give them the same username that we gave them here previously, the same username within the administration panel in the manage user and groups page. Here's their username, here's their email and their account type. So let's get back to it. We're going to give them that, and we'll also give them administrative rights just only for this app itself, for the app builder. So if they have administrative rights, that means they can set also who else can be an administrator. They can set who else can be contributors and readers, and they can also make changes within the app and only within the app, and maybe to the database itself as well. So let's get started. Add user. And it's as simple as that. Since we've added the user now, we can go back now and sign out. And now we're going to sign in as a previous user. And their password is 123456778. And there we go. Same password. Sign in. There we go. We've been signed in. We're logged in as user 123. And they also have the administrations panel. And they can also change the users and groups. So it's as simple as that. So let's change what type of access they have to it and apply these changes. And now let's refresh it. I'm telling you that they will lose this administrations panel immediately. So let's try and see what happens. So they can no longer make administrative changes to the document, but they can still make like changes to this, like add rules and whatnot. So I was just here, I was checking how much time I have left on the recording, so I can see that I have time to remove and show how to delete a user. So let's go back and sign out and go back to an administrative panel. So we're going to be signing into my administrative user. Give me a second. And now we're going to go to administrations tab again, click on users, and then we're going to click here, right here. And then after it's popped up, we're going to click on delete user. So we'll just click delete and it will remove that user from there, and they will not be able to sign in again. So let's try it. 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Let's sign in and see what happens. Oh wow, it works. So they can still access the web page and everything. I think it's just to do with this, and that just gives them rights, to be honest. So to delete the user from here now, let's do that. So remove the user from here. So they're deleted, they have no thing. So let's try and see what goes on now. So let's sign out. And try to sign in again. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. And that was 9. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, there we go. No credentials. So that's how you delete and manage users within the database. So even though we've now seen that, even though we've removed it from the app builder, they still had access to see what's inside the data the app for the database and make changes to that. So there you go. We've encountered something new and we've learned something new as well. But once removed from the application itself, once it was removed from the administrations panel within the database itself and not in the application, it was also removed from being able to access the application. And there we go. That's how we have it. That was how to remove, add, and log in as a new user within the database. Thank you.